My content is intended to be used and must be used for educational purposes only. It is very important to do your own analysis before making any investment based on your own personal circumstances. You should take independent financial advice from a professional in connection with or independently research any information you find from my videos that you wish to rely upon, whether for the purpose of making an investment decision or otherwise. That was much needed. Welcome to day 30 of the trading journey. We're going to be going over some trades today. We're going to be going over some positions that I did end up entering today and the 3 trades that we were currently in. So if you are new here, this is basically what I do every day. I just basically recap the swing trades that I'm watching and going over prospective swing trades and different ones that I'm looking to take during the rest of the week and into next week. So we're going to start with the trades that I'm currently in. We're going to then go to the trades that I took today. I did end up taking about 3 or 4 today. So a little bit more activity than usual. And then we'll be recapping different trades that I'm looking to get into for the coming week or coming days. So that is the plan for today. A little bit of technical analysis talk, a little bit of trading talk, and all that good stuff. So if you are new here, if you could leave a like, comment, or subscribe, that goes quite far, and I am very appreciative of it. So thank you for watching this video, and let's get right into it. So we are in Moderna. So Moderna is one of the trades that we are currently in. Here is the tile. Here's our text tile. That's basically the attributes of the trade. I covered this pretty extensively in previous videos, so I'm just going to throw that right there, but you can look at that if you want. But we're going to move on. So what did we see today? Yesterday ended with a very bearish close. Yesterday was quite concerning, honestly. So yesterday was met with a high volume rejection. Of this 112 area or level after we broke out of this wedge. So here's your high volume rejection. Here's your high volume candle. Let's make this a little smaller. High volume candle, high volume right there, so that's no bueno. But today was met with a very long bottom wick. We closed this gap. Here's your gap, and then we ended on higher volume. So this is great to see. Great to see. Nice job, Moderna. This is a very bullish looking candle and volume right here. So this is great to see. Nice. We are still trading within the spread of this large candle on Monday, March 11th, and it looks like we're going to be breaking out of this 111 area or 112 area. So as a little recap, 112 is going to be my adding area. So if we do end up breaking this, and then retesting it, that'll be my add, where I add to this position as we go higher, as we trend up. So that's the plan on Moderna. Awesome day on Moderna. Nice bottom wick. I was really concerned about that gap. I thought they would have to fill that. Filled the gap, continued higher, and then had significant buying volume coming in today. So that's a plus on Moderna. SYY. So kind of an interesting day on SYY. Up about 1.3%. I was actually checking this towards the end of day, and price was honestly back down here at 81.42, so this must have rallied end of day. This looked like a kind of selling climax. This looked like a nice upper wick, and then we'll trade back within this range, but this did end up closing much higher, so nice job, Cisco. Very nice job, Cisco. We did close higher. Decent lower wick, decent top wick, but other than that, it looks great. So I'm looking for this to at least come up and retest 8250-ish. 8250-ish is where I'd expect this to come up and retest, and then if we look back, I'd maybe use either this level that we just broke, 8163, as a level to add, or I'd look for 8120, 8118 to add to this position. So not going to be adding as it's coming up to supply here, but I don't know. This did better than I thought it would, I guess. I mean, we didn't close the gap to the downside, which is not great. I'm still not in love with this position. I don't love how this is shaping up. Maybe just because I'm scarred from my PLD trade, but who knows? We're gonna let the price action decide, and not my little biases. So this was an SR flip play that we did enter back on March 18th. Let's go find the tile. Here's the tile. You can take a quick peek at that. Pause the video if you want. I'm not going to cover that just because we've been covering that. So that was the trade heuristics. And yeah, still playing the SR flip of Cisco. We are long, and good day for Cisco. Let's get into the other one that we were watching and are currently in. So we are currently in BMY. BMY, pretty interesting day. I mean, we did gap up. This is a great move. I mean, our plan was to either take profits at 53 or just see how it handled it, and it handled it pretty well. I mean, we gapped up. I think this gap will get filled eventually. I think we get filled. I think we get filled before we break up here. I think we'll certainly see some kind of here's your W pattern, and then I'd not be surprised to see, like, a little pullback here, and then we go up and break it. So honestly, BMY is looking way better than I thought it would. If we look at it on the weekly, this thing looks sweet. This thing looks sick on the weekly. This thing looks great. Here's your rejections. Here's your high volume breakout. Here's your breakout. Massive pullback on volume. But if we take a look at where that volume was, it was all within this candle. So if we delete these, just get these out of the way, make it a little more visible here. Let's get the 9 EMA off. Literally all that volume happened on March 15th, so that Friday down here. So it wasn't on this aggressive pullback. So yes, that weekly is going to look aggressive as all hell, especially with that volume, but it all occurred back here at like 52 bucks. So not up in supply at 55. So I think it's likely we gap fill this before actually getting continued upside. I think this has maybe 1 or 2 days of short-term upside, and then maybe we'll have that decline, fill the gap, and then continue higher. So that's the plan on BMY. Let's go get into trades that I did end up just taking today. So we were in 3 trades. We were in BMY, Moderna, and we were in Cisco. We added to MCHP. We added Blackstone. We added FCX, and we added... I think I added APO yesterday. So we're going to go talk about APO. I completely forgot about this trade. This is one more we were in. Completely forgot this trade. So here's our tile. I don't think I covered it yesterday, actually. Here's our tile. So we added one unit. We added on 3/26/2024. So we added on this candle right here. It's an SR flip. So here's your resistance, turn on line and markers, rejection. You could even say a rejection here. Did we break it on volume? Well, first, did we break it? Yes, we broke it. Did we break it on volume? Yes, we did. Did we have a low volume pullback? Yes, we did. Here's your large sell candle back to demand. Basically zero volume in this candle. So this is a large red candle. Where was the volume? There was none. Institutions were not participating in that move down, and we were just adding back at demand. So we filled that nice gap. We wicked demand right here. We had high volume buying. So that was great. So today we had a long bottom wick, red candle, kind of nothing burger. I mean, I'm not going to get too concerned. I mean, yes, it was on high volume, but a lot of that can probably be attributed to that large bottom wick that we had. So not super concerned here. I could see maybe one more day of selling, and then let the 9 EMA catch up a little bit, maybe close down at like 113 tomorrow, and then blast off. So I guess that's the plan. But stop is going to be, where's my stop? Initial stop is 110.91. We're using this close right here. So here's our zones, and then we're going to be using this close right here, just because we don't have an easier close to risk off of. I mean, you kind of just went straight up from March 12th all the way to March 21st, so we didn't really have anything to risk off of. So this candle right here, this close, that 110.91 is going to be our stop. So close below 110.91 will be like right about here. So that'll put us below the demand zone or zones that we're risking off of. So that's why I chose that. But that is APO. That is a trade that we were in. We entered yesterday, and then this was today's results. So kind of a nothing burger, but like the long bottom wick right there. Now let's get into trades that I did end up taking today. So I did end up taking MCHP. I did end up taking BX. I did end up taking FCX. And I did not get into Pacific Gas, but I do want to get into that one. So let's get right into those. On MCHP, we did end up closing. So I really wanted to see this close above 88.87. Why did I want above 88.87? It was our previous lower high. So as a little reminder, we have our bearish structure. So all the way up until here, we were bullish. Yes, bullish, no bullish right here. Why was it not bullish? Because we made a lower high. So we made a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then today ended up closing right here which happens to be above the previous lower high. So we've invalidated the bearish structure, so I anticipate this to have a bullish structure going forward now. That does not mean that we're not going to see any more downside. I could certainly see tomorrow having a pullback, making like, oh, if this makes some kind of like W pattern, I mean, that would be money. So maybe I didn't get the best entry today, but this was the first time it did produce a bullish structure, so that was great to see. So that's why I did end up adding today. That was my little heuristic. So here's your SR flip, here's your rejections, here's your demand, and then we did end up making a bullish structure, so we are long. So my stop initially is going to be 86.24. Why is it 86.24? Right now it's just this close right here. I mean, this can technically be bullish all the way back to here, and as long as it makes some kind of double bottom at 86.24 and holds it and continues higher, we are still bullish. So that is what invalidates my thesis as of right now, but it's likely that stop's going to be moved up within a few days here. Even if, like let's say tomorrow we close lower, we'll close back at demand, let's say, and then we close higher on Thursday. That new stop would be this higher low in demand. So that's why it is the stop for now, at least. So nice job, MCHP. I wish this had a little bit more buying volume than it did. But not terrible. I mean, we have this March 15th day, and then we have these 2 days here. So this thing looks great. I think this is definitely not breaking out overall yet. I think this is very close. I think this is very close. I mean, you can kind of, let's do it on a 4 hour. It would be a little bit better. Yeah, no, this thing's getting really close. This thing's getting really close to breaking out. This looks great. This looks great. Sweet. Nice job, MCHP. And now theoretically that gap can actually get closed down there, and we would still be in the trade. So your gap's right down here. This can definitely come all the way back down, close this gap, and as long as it doesn't close below 86.24, then I'm fine. So that's that. I think that gap. Oh no, my mouse died. My mouse died mid thing. I can't even pause the video. Unbelievable. I think that gap fill can occur, and I wouldn't be too worried about it. But as long as price holds at 86.24 and doesn't gap down or doesn't close below it, then I think we're bullish on MCHP. So we're gonna go look at FCX. Actually, I think Blackstone is next. Let's go look at Blackstone. So Blackstone, what are we seeing? So I didn't want to take Blackstone here. I'm carrying a lot of risk, unfortunately, but this just never gave us our SR flip, and I think it was ready. So why did I end up taking Blackstone? So I really wanted Blackstone down here. I wanted Blackstone in this zone right here, but if we look at the 4 hour, we just never got it. We never got it because we did test it right here on Monday, March 25th. That's where that bottom wick, or that's where that closed. So we did end up retesting this level. We just didn't get it on the daily. And then on the daily, we did end up creating a nice double bottom. So here's your nice W, nice double bottom, and then we had the wedge break. So it kind of forced me to get in. I'm carrying a little bit more risk than I would, but a daily close below 128 will stop me out for now. I'll have to wait and see. So this one's going to be a little bit different. The stop is going to be a daily close below 127.82. I think this is where this one closed, 127.86, so where this one closed, 127.88. So yeah, I think 127.82 is a solid level to risk off of. So we're not going to be carrying risk back down from 126. Did I make a tie off for this one? No, I didn't. Sick. Let's go add one really quickly. Just happen to have it up. I'm going to pause the video and then fill that out. Okay, we are back. I had to make sure that I was recording. We are back. So here's my tile. So we got our stop of 127.86, which is the low or the close of this candle. We have our adding level of 132. So if we do end up getting over 132, let's say we do something like this. Here's your flag. Here's your break, here's your retest. Now on that retest is where we'll be adding at 132, and then for that we're looking for that continued move higher. So that's why 132 is our adding position, and then our exit strategy will be a break of the 9 EMA or structure once this does eventually break 132. So that is the plan on Blackstone. I wish this came farther down. I do really like how this pretty much, this did have more volume today, so that's good to see, but wish just came a little farther, but risking that double bottom. I mean, that structure is very bullish. It's a very bullish structure right there. So we'll see. We'll see. That's why we took Blackstone. Nice job, Blackstone. Let's go talk about FCX. FCX looks awesome. FCX looks awesome. So here is our little tile. This is primarily, I mean, this is just from a VPA standpoint. This is just sexy. This is sexy. I mean, you got your high volume buying right here. You got your high volume buying right here. You got your high volume buying right here. You have just an absolute low volume pullback, and then today it was met with a high volume buying, and it did end up closing above the little wedge it was forming. So bullish structure right here because we flagged back into previous resistance and then closed above higher. So nice job, FCX. Our stop is going to be 44.73, which I think happens to be this close right here. 44 close, 44.61. So maybe where did I put that 44.63? Maybe I did this candle right here. Yeah, 44.73, that candle right there. So close below that candle and we're out. So nice job, FCX. I mean, this is a very hot VPA pattern right here. This is good to see that high volume buying across the board, that low volume pullback, no sell volume spikes or anything, and then we have that nice high volume buying coming in with a nice price action candle right there. So we are long FCX with a contract expiration of June 21st. And then we did end up entering today, as I mentioned. So that is FCX and Blackstone. Let's go talk about one more. Let's go talk about what? No, I didn't enter PCG not yet. What else did I enter today? APO we talked about, FCX, Pfizer no, MCHP yes. That's all I added to today, right? APO, FCX. Okay, so we did talk about MCHP. Okay, those are the only ones I did add to today. So those are the three that we did add to. So we added to FCX, we added Blackstone, and then we added MCHP. So MCHP we did talk about, Blackstone, and then FCX. So that is going to be the trades that we took for today. Let's get into the trades that I am watching to take or wanting to take here soon, barring a few days of execution. And the first of those trades is going to be Eli Lilly. Eli Lilly, I mean, this thing, I don't know how it keeps surviving. It keeps surviving. This thing looks like an awesome short. This thing is not ready yet. This thing is just climbing higher, and then the volume's increasing as the spreads are decreasing. That is always a bearish sign. So whenever you see these spreads decreasing like that and volume increasing, that's no bueno. So we are testing previous support right here. So see how price found support. We broke down on high volume. Here's your high volume breakdown Monday, March 11th, and Monday, March 8th, or Friday, March 8th, and Monday, March 11th, and then we've been just grinding up since then, right back into supply. So that's just that's a short opportunity for sure. I'm looking for a close below 770 to get me in. I think here's your support of 770. So just a sharp decline of 770 right here would get me into a bearish position in Eli Lilly. So that's what I'm looking for on LLY or Eli Lilly. Costco, don't really care about. Pfizer, I do want to get in. Pfizer looks awesome. Pfizer, so I did not end up taking Pfizer today. My goal was to take Pfizer once it closed above 27.63, which it did end up doing. So why did I want it to close above 27.63? That's your bearish structure being broke. So here's your previous lower low, and then here's your previous lower high, and we did close above that today. Why I did not take Pfizer today is because I think that hourly candle is very likely that we come back down and retest. So if we look at, I didn't explain that for shit. So here's your hourly candle at about 11 central, and then we bearish engulfed it on decent volume at about 12 central. So that's a very strong indicator of a rejected breakout. So here's your breakout level most likely. I mean, here's your previous rejections over here, rejection over here, came to it, and then a bearish engulfing hourly candle is always a no bueno. So no bueno. I was not interested in getting long Pfizer yet today. I think the ideal entry on this thing is going to be this little inverted head and shoulders it's trying to create at 27.40. This thing looks sexy if it gives us 27.40. Here's your shoulder, here's your head, and then we just need price to come back anywhere from here. So 27.40, and if I'm looking to get long on a retest of 27.40, And then here's your clear supply zone. So here's your support, came back down. We rejected here, we rejected here, we rejected today. You had that bearish engulfing on the hourly. So this is clearly supply. So I wasn't very interested in getting long at supply. So I'd be interested in getting long at demand, because that's what I do. So I'm more curious in getting long at demand. So 27.40, give it to us, please, Pfizer. That'd be sick. So that's what I'm looking for on Pfizer. I don't think it's ready yet, but this thing looks awesome, and it did make a bullish structure today. So the bullishness is confirmed. I'm just looking for an entry now. So that is Pfizer. Let's go talk about last one for today. I think it's pretty much the same thing on AT&T. Actually, no, it's not the same thing on AT&T. AT&T gapped up on high volume today, so we're not going to chase. That thing is soaring. So that looks really good. PCG, I was trying to get into. This thing absolutely took off on me today. So we were hype about this one yesterday, retesting this level. This is sometimes where that confirmed, unconfirmed can get burnt, because you did have a 3% move. So we did have a massive 3% move today on high volume, so that's always good to see. I'm just not in yet, so I'd like my entry to be in. So I'm going to be looking for a retest of 1650, whether that's intraday or whether that's on the daily. So, there we go. You might get it right away here tomorrow. So any retest of 1650 is going to look sweet. So 1650 is going to be the level that we're looking for. It's basically your SR flip. So here we have that SR flip down here. We confirmed the piss out of it today, and I wasn't able to get an entry. I would have liked it to, close at 1650 today or something, but basically playing the same retest of here's your rejections, here's your support. So that is what we're watching for on PCG and the rest of the names. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it greatly. Gonna be back here tomorrow. So if you could like, subscribe, or comment, that goes very far, and I would appreciate it, and have a great rest of your day.